Hello. Hello, 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 you guys. Hello. I don't want that light too bright. It's a rainy, rainy day here, you guys. I have not gone live with you guys in forever. Well, I'm using a new system here and I'm testing everything out. So, bear with me, bear with me, bear with me as I test this out. You guys have been seeing that. I want this over here. You guys have been seeing that I have been reacting to this great video or interview that MICCA, Anton Daniels' alleged side did. And so I made some. What's this message? I made some. 1 second, you guys. I wanted to play around with this while I'm actually live, because even when I'm doing a test, I can't see all of this as far as the chat is concerned. And so I want to play around with this while I have you guys here, so I can see what all that does. Okay, are you guys here? Can you guys see me? Let's see. Cool. Playing around with this. Okay. So you guys know that I've been doing this recording of this video of MICCA being interviewed by this guy on Talk Perspective. And I told you guys that it was going to be broken up in 2 or 3 different sections, part 1, part 2, and part 3. So I've already uploaded pre-recorded video, part 1, and then I've already uploaded part 2. That went up today, I think, at 11. So the last section of the interview, to me, I think is the best, and it kind of gets like really kind of juicy. And so I wanted to go live and react with you guys to it live. And so also, you guys, so you guys know that I told you before that starting in 2026 that I got some new things planned for you guys. So did you guys see that I changed my profile pic? We're going really, really girly this year. And you can kind of see it over there in the background on the screen, my new profile pic. So, what was I going to say? So we changed the profile pic, changed the cover, kind of like new branding, right? And so what we're going to do, because I know people who come on my lives, you guys have been following me. And so I want to let you guys know first. I smell some food. I just finished cooking and I had to think about it. I'm like, wait a minute, did I turn off the stove? Did I turn off the oven? Okay, yeah, I turned everything off. So starting in 2026, this is what I want my layout to look like. And you guys know how I am. I change things up. I go with the flow. You know, it's no big deal. But I definitely wanted to change my flow this year. So here's what I'm thinking that I want to do. So I will upload at least, of course, 2 times each day. That's going to stay the same. My 7 a.m. upload will continue to be, of course, relationship based. It's all relationship based. But it will be either me driving in the car as usual, sitting in the car as usual, and also my faceless videos. So I'm going to start incorporating more faceless videos this year. And so just because it's just easier, I got a lot on my plate, a lot of different goals. You guys know how I am. I am an alpha. I am a multitasker, always got something going on. And so I have a lot of things going on this year. And so I want to make my YouTube, and part of the things in growth that I'm doing as well is also about making, growing my YouTube channel. That is actually a goal of mine. And so I'm going to, my first goal that I hope that I hit this year is to get at least 10,000 subscribers. Okay, so I'm just trying to incorporate different things with the YouTube channel to get and meet that goal. And so the first thing is I'm going to, my 7 a.m. uploads will remain, my 2 p.m. uploads will remain, but the thing that I'm going to incorporate with that 7 a.m. upload, I'm going to start incorporating more faceless videos as well as shorter videos. So more 10-minute videos, 20-minute videos. You guys know when I'm in that car and I get to talking about a subject, you guys already know that I can talk. Although I had to literally change my self description because I used to always consider myself to be a non talker. I used to always say to people, I don't talk a lot. I don't talk a lot. And now you guys know, yeah, when I get on a topic, I can talk for hours. Anyway, rainy day here in Las Vegas, you guys. I'm drinking my good coffee, but it is black. Ooh, no creamer. I have some creamer. I don't know why I didn't put creamer in there. Anyway, 7 a.m., the new flow, workflow for the YouTube channel is going to be 7 a.m., incorporating more faceless videos and shorter videos. 2 p.m. upload, I still want that to be like a replay of previously older videos that were longer, but just on a shorter form. That is going to remain the same. And then the third thing that I'm going to do and incorporate this year is getting back to my Thursday afternoon live chats with you guys. So previously, I would do live streams, you guys remember, in the car, and they would usually be around 2 p.m. But because I already have that 2 p.m. slotted for the second upload for the day, I want to kind of play around with the times in which I go live. They will absolutely be on Thursdays, but I want to play around with the time. So it may be 3 o'clock, it may be 5 o'clock, just depending on what I see with the audience. Like, is it better for you guys for me to go later in the day? Later in the day, meaning you guys know that I'm on Pacific Standard Time. So it's 4 o'clock here. But if you're on the East Coast, it's 7 o'clock there. Midwest time, it's 6 o'clock. So I'm just going to kind of play around with it for the first month or so as far as the time that I go live on Thursdays. But just so you guys have the heads up, I am absolutely going to go live on Thursdays. It'll always be Thursday. I just don't want to lock in on the actual time yet. And so that's why we started the live stream today. Okay, so then that's the updates as far as where I'm headed and what I plan on doing, just so you guys kind of have the behind the scenes and you guys know what's going on, and that is my goal for this year. Okay, so let's go ahead, you guys, and react to the last part of this interview with MICCA. She is on this channel called Talk Perspective. She's being interviewed by this guy by the name of Orlando. The interview total time, I believe, was an hour and 43 minutes. We have already reacted to the first half. And so now I'm going to just pick up where I left off from the last upload that I did today. And so we're going to just go ahead and react to this last half live. And then you guys be sure though, while we're reacting, you guys be sure to hit the like button. Always hit that like button when you come in, hit the like button, and also make sure that you are subscribed and help me meet my goal. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started here. Let me start here. I think we left off at, yeah, this is close enough. Let's go ahead and get started here, you guys.
I don't know what they call it there in Detroit, but here in DC, they call it.
Just in case you guys don't know. So, MICCA is the young lady here, and MICCA is being interviewed by this Orlando guy because, and you'll see in the background of his screen there, there's a picture of MICCA, and that man that she's with on that picture in the background is Anton Daniels. Well, after Anton Daniels went on to the Corey Holcomb show, and he and Corey Holcomb got into a verbal altercation, when they were leaving, Anton got mad, stormed out. When he was leaving, we didn't know who was there with Anton. All we saw as the viewers was Anton and Corey Holcomb getting into a verbal altercation. When Anton jumps up and storms off, Corey Holcomb says, yeah, leave out of here and take your B with you. None of us knew as the viewers who this B was. And so people on the good social media streets start doing all their research, and they started finding out what was going on, and they found out very quickly that the B that Corey Holcomb was referring to was MICCA. Okay, that's this lady here, MICCA. Well, everybody has then been saying that MICCA is Anton Daniels' side piece. So although MICCA came onto her own podcast, she has a podcast called Red Cup Pop Culture, MICCA, something like that. So anyway, she came out and cleared her name, supposedly, and said that she is not Anton Daniels' side piece. Well, I guess that wasn't enough for her, and so now she has been going on a tour, hitting up different people's podcasts, I guess wanting to tell her side of things and her relationship with Anton Daniels, and basically again saying that she is not Anton Daniels' side chick. She said this on her podcast already, shortly after the interview with Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb on the 5150 show. She came on her podcast and said this, but I guess she felt like she didn't get enough attention or something. So now she's going on different people's podcasts again to tell her side of things and to say that she's not Anton Daniels' side piece. The reason why this is such an issue is because Anton Daniels is a huge YouTuber who has multiple different YouTube channels, and on his channel, Anton Daniels, he has like over 1 million subscribers, and he always lets his audience know he is a conservative Republican Christian who's been married over 20 years. So this is why this was such a big deal, because everybody was going, wait a minute, this man is always claiming he's been married over 20 years. He's a conservative. What do you mean MICCA is his side piece? So this thing went viral, went off the rails. And so now MICCA is trying to clear her name on another podcast about how she's not the side piece. Okay, so I got you guys, I got you guys up to date on what's going on there. So let's go here and let's finish playing this here.
Maybe the Ultra Club and things like that, where all the people that have club seats, things like that. Yeah, you have, of course, conference rooms, other things up there. And back there is where he had his meetings.
So she's trying to explain this picture. So I don't know if this is the picture where her and Anton Daniels were at this basketball game sitting courtside. The interviewer is asking her, explain this picture. How did we end up here? Because again, thus far in the interview, she is going on and on about how she's not Anton Daniels' side chick. It's always been professional. It's been nothing but business. Anton Daniels never flirted with her. It's always been business, business, business. So the interviewer asked her, explain this picture. How did you end up at a basketball game with Anton Daniels?
He met a couple of high-profile people. They were talking about sponsorships. They were talking about interviews, a whole lot of stuff.
No, I still don't think you answered the question. What I'm trying to
You
get
asked
at,
what was I doing there?
how did, because I said he had a business meeting and
Correct.
invited you,
Correct.
and you said no. So you didn't fall out the sky. They didn't open up the dome and you came down on a harness into the meeting. So what I'm saying is
Hold on. Ask your actual question.
So this is what I'm saying. The interview is over. The one-on-one interview is over, correct?
Correct.
What does the conversation sound like to invite you to come here?
Okay.
Because I said you were
Okay.
invited and you said no.
Okay. So, no, that's not what I said. But
Okay, because I told you guys previously, this woman loves to talk in circles. All throughout this interview, every time he asks this lady a question, she finds it very difficult to just answer yes or no, or give a direct answer. She just goes loop-de-loop-de-loop-de-loop. And so that's what she did here when he asked her, explain this picture. If everything was so professional and all about business and this sort of thing, what you previously said, how did you end up at this basketball game with Anton Daniels? So he's saying you haven't really answered the question. So let's hear what she has to say.
We're going to play it back.
Nevertheless, so again, he had business meetings there, and he said, well, I got a couple meetings at the game, and these people I think will be good for you to meet. I said, sure.
And you were the only one from the team that went, or were there other people? I know you were on the interview.
I wasn't at a team then.
No, I'm saying the interview was his staff, his production. Like you have camera people, producers, etc. So the production is over. Did he not only apprise you that he was going and invited you, were there other production people?
Well,
Because we all have gone out together after production.
Correct.
Yes.
Well, again, you have production people and everything, and all that other good stuff. Anton does everything himself.
Yes.
And I do mean all of it. Unless sometimes, like if he has something else going on, there may be another person there because they maybe have to help him with something else. But
You guys, she still hasn't answered his very basic question. How did you, because I don't know if she's going to say it again, but she previously said that this picture you guys see in the background there on his TV, she's saying that this is the same day that she first met Anton Daniels in person. She's saying that this is the same day that she went and had an interview with Anton Daniels. He flew her out to Detroit. They had this interview. And now, the same day, she's at this basketball game with Anton Daniels. The interviewer is asking her, well, was there other people there? Was it just you? And so now she's saying, oh, Anton Daniels does everything on his own. He doesn't work with a team. Okay. So the answer to that question is it was just her and Anton Daniels. And so now she's going to explain why she's at this basketball game.
if it's only like one thing that he's doing outside of his own videos,
Sure.
it's only him.
So his wife wasn't there.
At this one, no.
Right. So you flew out for an interview. You went to his studio or place of production. Y'all did an interview, and it's just you guys. Correct.
So I flew to Detroit. Got to the hotel. Okay. Got to the studio.
He booked a hotel for you, the location.
Correct.
Okay.
Got to the studio. His wife came past the studio. That's when I first met her.
Sure.
But she did not stay.
Okay. Let me ask you this, and I'm not trying to be too investigatory, but it gives foundation. How far is the hotel from the studio and from his home, if you knew that?
I've never been to his home. So
Well,
I don't
you don't
know.
have to go to a person's
You
home.
said from his
to know.
home, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't know that. Okay, fair.
Now, you guys keep in mind that Anton Daniels has shown his studio on camera on his channel. His studio is basically like this penthouse, this condo in a high-rise building in Detroit, downtown Detroit. It's literally like just a penthouse, you guys. He showed us all around. The bedroom, the kitchen, he showed us all around. So don't be mistaken when she keeps referring to Anton Daniels' studio like it's like in this commercial building, like it's some office space. No, he's just turned this penthouse that he has, basically an apartment, into a studio.
Fair enough. From the studio. Give or take 5, 10, 15 minutes or more.
I say maybe 10 or 15.
Okay, 10 or 15. So then he says,
it's all downtown.
it's all downtown. So he says, hey, I got this business meeting. I'm going to this game. Would you like to go with me? And obviously you said yes because you weren't forced into going.
I got this game. I got this meeting. Go
I
ahead.
had this meeting. Okay, so if I'm looking at this picture, are you all on the floor at a basketball game?
Correct. That's the floor.
Okay, at a basketball game.
Correct.
So you went to a basketball game. Did you watch the game?
No, this picture right here, we probably sat on this court maybe 10 minutes.
Oh,
We
I
were
see.
in the back.
So a meeting, and then y'all just went on the floor to take a picture.
No, we just went on the floor, and we sat there maybe 10 minutes, and then they had their,
Sat there 10 minutes to watch a game for 10 minutes?
He wanted to see a little bit of the game. Sat there maybe about 10 minutes. The quarter ended, went right back to the back.
Okay, and was his wife invited with you guys to the business meeting?
I don't know if she was invited or not.
Was
but,
she
but
there?
if she was there, no.
She was not there. Okay, in that moment, did you feel awkward?
No,
No.
because I was there for a meeting. So
But you had nothing to do with the
Let me-
meeting,
let
right?
me-
Exactly. Oh my God, this interview is so comical. You guys, she's like, everything she wants to make sure is known is professional, on the up and up, and it's all business. And the interviewer keeps asking her, but why are you at the basketball game, MICCA? This was your first time meeting Anton Daniels in person. You said that this was the same day you had this interview with Anton Daniels. How did you, MICCA? Because she goes into like all this detail of Anton Daniels has this business meeting and he conducts business in this certain room right behind, courtside seats, and he's meeting sponsors and but what did you have to do with that, MICCA? This was your first time being interviewed with Anton Daniels. Now you're courtside at a basketball game. And she's all, it's professional, but you weren't the one having a meeting. You weren't the one meeting sponsors. Why are you there?
Let me finish.
Sure.
I was there for a meeting, right? So he's already having his business dealings, whatever he's going to do. You're in business. You're in this crowd.
Sure.
You absolutely understand that there are networking opportunities. If I know so-and-so and I bring you with me,
Sure.
and so-and-so sees you,
Correct.
oh, you can make networking opportunities. And you also know that it does not happen in a vacuum. It does not happen in offices.
Correct.
It does not happen. You can be at the golfing.
We
you can
know,
be
MICCA, we know how business dealings get down. We know people make a lot of business dealings at the golf course. We get it. We know why Anton Daniels is there. He's having a business meeting. We are still trying to figure out, why are you there, ma'am? Oh my God. Oh, this
NBA
girl.
games,
Correct.
all types of things. So again, kind of like just like the thing we were talking about with it just being the fact that it's just that person that is the business entity. I also think that when people don't know business, or people have never experienced what it's like to network, especially with people that are upper echelon, they don't understand that these things don't happen in
Wait, upper echelon? What does that have to do with anything? Why is she trying to explain to this man how business dealings work and that business dealings happen oftentimes outside of an office setting? We get that. We know why Anton is there. You still haven't explained to us why are you there?
just offices. These things don't happen in a particular place. So there are a lot of high rollers and business people. Like there were people there that were part of the NBA.
Sure.
The guy that owns the actual arena.
Yeah. Yeah.
All there.
Yeah.
All the mayor, like all there.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We get
the
it.
former
Oh,
mayor.
she is
Former
so
mayor,
exhausting.
But here's the difference, and you know this because we work together. I go back to how critical it is for the male that you're working with, particularly when it's sort of independent and we are being seen and these sort of pictures come about. It's important to meet and know your husband. And I'm not saying he isn't a man of character because I don't know Anton. And I'm not here to vilify him. I'm just going based off how things look and what the concerns have been in the public.
I can understand, but that's why I don't mind. That's why I don't mind talking about it, because there's nothing nefarious that I ever had going on. And again, I never do.
No, you don't mind talking about it because she's just riding the wave, you guys. That's all MICCA is doing. She's just riding the wave. That's it. She knows that it's still trending. She clearly wants to grow her platform, grow her YouTube channel. She knows that it's still trending with this whole Corey Holcomb and Anton Daniels. And so she's just going to ride it out until the brakes come off, basically. That's all she's doing. Like she's pretending like she's doing us a favor talking about this. No, you guys, she's talking about it because she's trying to ride the wave.
Anything unless my husband knows.
So your husband knew that you were going to this business meeting.
My husband knew that I was where I was.
No, that's not. Let's be very clear with language. So I want to be clear with my question. Okay. Did your husband know that after the show, the interview was over, you were going to a basketball, not a basketball, you were going to a meeting at an arena where a basketball game was?
I don't.
Do you guys see how he has to talk to her? He can't just ask her, was your husband okay with this? Your husband was okay with you going to Detroit, okay, to do this interview with another influencer. And then after this interview, which to me, that's where your professional standards and parameters stopped. You flew to Detroit to go have an interview with Anton. You had a good interview with Anton. The interview is over. Everybody wants to know, how did you end up at the basketball game? She then goes on and on about how business meetings are conducted outside of offices. This is what people with money and the higher ups, this is what they do. Okay, cool. Now he's asking her, so was your husband? Because she's married. Anton's married and she's married. Now this man is like, okay, your husband was okay with you going to a basketball game with Anton Daniels, somebody that you just met that day in person? This is her response.
I remember if I told him before or after, but I did tell my husband. Mm-hmm.
Okay, you told, but
of course.
When you say you don't remember
meaning
before
like,
or after,
meaning like
is it fair to say you told him after?
No, it's not fair.
Because how do you not remember that?
Because I don't remember everything about that day.
No, but you're a married woman. A married woman who goes, and I want to be fair to you, but I want us
Because
to
to
be.
me, everything that I'm doing is business. So again,
But a married woman doesn't forget if she told her husband she went
no,
somewhere
because you're
before
trying to
or after.
No, you're trying to pinpoint a time frame, and I'm telling you, I don't.
know, not
I
a-
don't remember my
not a
time
t-
frame.
no, not a
but
time frame.
I tell my husband everything. So yes, I did, and I posted this. This is
Yeah.
my picture.
Yes.
So again, if I was trying to hide it,
So
or
you-
if I hold on,
Yep.
if I didn't want my husband to.
You guys, it wasn't about her trying to hide it from her husband. MICCA is a clout chaser. This is what clout chasers do. She was clearly wanting to meet with Anton. She was clearly having an interview with Anton. She wanted Anton Daniels to put her on. That's it, that's all. But she can't simply say that. I don't know why. I don't know why she can't just simply say, Anton Daniels is a huge YouTuber. I want to grow my channel. I wanted to basically ride off of his coattails. And so when he invited me to the basketball game, I said, absolutely, for sure. Yes, my husband knew about it. I posted the pictures of me and Anton. You guys know what I mean? Like a person who is a clout chaser, who's trying to get on. Of course, they're going to post pictures of them with somebody that they see as doing better or a popular influencer. It's no different than if you were to see your favorite celebrity out on the street. You absolutely, like, that's one of the first things you're going to do is you're going to be like, oh my God, can we take a picture? You're going to take a picture and you're going to put it on your social because you want everybody to know you met XYZ. You were on an outing with this huge influencer, this YouTuber. She's trying to grow her channel. That's why she went to the meeting, because she's going to do pretty much anything. The conversation probably went something like, after the interview, of course, we all know that Anton Daniels was flirting and doing what men do. You see, MICCA is a nice looking woman. You know this man was flirting, okay? And because Anton Daniels knows that he looks the way he looks, he can't get a woman like a MICCA the way she looks, because they're not equally yoked when it comes to looks. So Anton Daniels has to use his money and influence to catch or get the attention of a woman that looks like MICCA. MICCA knows that for what she wants to grow her platform. She sees that Anton Daniels has a huge platform. So MICCA is going to use her looks and body to finesse and get what she wants. But because she cannot state the obvious that we all see, Anton Daniels used his money and influence to leverage some type of relationship with her. She used her looks and body as leverage to get what she wanted. It's just that simple. In my opinion, you guys, her husband knows all about this. Like, her husband knows that she wants to grow her platform. Her husband knew that she was going to meet Anton Daniels for this interview. He knows the husband, MICCA's husband. He knows her objective. He knows that her objective is to grow her platform. So he knows that MICCA is going to do whatever MICCA has to do. MICCA is going to do whatever MICCA has to do in order to grow her channel and get what she wants. Something tells me this was not the first time MICCA has used her beauty and body to finesse dudes and get what she wants. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion.
To know it, I would have never posted.
So
it.
you think posting it makes you innocuous?
No, I'm telling you that I don't hide anything. I have nothing to hide. And so if I wanted to hide something from my spouse, I would have never posted.
Let's look at the next picture. I thought the next picture was really, really interesting. And in this next
But
picture.
wait, why are you leaving that one? Why are you leaving? Why are you leaving?
Because we
that
done
one?
with
What,
that.
is there more you want to
No,
expound?
no, but
Okay.
it's something that you want to expound on because
You said why I'm leaving that picture to go to the next one? Mm-hmm. Because I felt like you gave clarity.
Okay.
What I heard you say was it wasn't a basketball game I was invited to. I
Correct.
was invited to a business meeting.
Correct.
I heard you say I went for an interview, and after the interview, I was asked and I accepted the offer.
Okay.
I heard you say that
on,
I
Orlando.
apprised my husband, or you told your husband this is where you were going. You couldn't remember if it was before or after, but either way, your husband knew. And the final thing you said was you posted the picture.
Correct.
I have nothing further. Is that fair?
That's fair.
Next picture.
That's it. That's all.
I was flabbergasted by this picture.
Okay, so you want.
Oh. Did I hear you right? He's like, I heard you say this. I heard you say that. He is like 2 seconds away from saying, and we all know that you are talking a bunch of malarkey, ma'am. But this is what I heard you say. Am I correct in that? Yes? Okay, let's move on. I love it. Oh, that is so freaking funny. Oh, I love that. This is what I heard, okay? Hey, Daily Rundown. Yes, you guys, be sure to say hi to me as you guys come in, and make sure to hit the like button, you guys. Hit the like button. Hey, Daily. Hey, girl, hey. Hey, Real Money. Real Money Magic. I love that. Hey. Okay. We're reacting to this MICCA interview with Orlando on Talk Perspective, and Orlando is getting to it. These are the type of interviews that I like to see, you guys. I cannot stand when I see the interviewer just let the guest just run rampant. Just get him back in control. He does a really excellent job, like superb job, especially when you are interviewing somebody like a MICCA, that you got to continue to rein her back in because she is lying, in my opinion. Because she is just lying. She just talks and talks and talks. And like he called her on it, he's like, we're not going to do all this word salad, ma'am. That's what we're not going to do. And he keeps bringing her back.
Because there's no way my
Yes,
wife.
this is the picture, baby. This is the picture. This is the picture that I love. Oh my God. This is my favorite. Mika Wade's looking snatched. I can't. Oh my God. All throughout this interview, Mika has been correcting Orlando. No, we are not friends. No, it's just professional. No, we are not friends. No, there's nothing intimate going on. No, it was always business. No, Anton Daniels never flirted with me. No. And now we see this is my favorite picture. Mika, explain this picture. Explain the picture. Mika is thick as hell. That is...
Would be physically touching, leaning on a married man, leaning on a single man, leaning on another man in a way that suggests, I'm feeling you, I like you. This is really some sort of...
Why do you think that says I'm feeling you?
Do you guys see what I mean with this girl? You guys saw the picture. She's saying, why does that picture say, I'm feeling you, I like you? Mika, do you not see yourself on this picture? Oh, just... And then Anton got his hand all around her waist. And she wants us to believe, you guys, that this man never flirted with her. She said, I don't know if it's coming up or if she said it on a previous clip that I made. She said, yes, Anton would say flirtatious things on camera. She said, that's just what Anton does. he on camera he says just obnoxious, ridiculous things because it's all about clicks and views for him. But she said it's just for the camera. When he asked her, Orlando asked her off camera, did he ever flirt with you? She was like, no, no, no. Lies.
Even if it doesn't say I'm feeling you, I don't want my
saying,
wife.
Why do you think that suggests that I'm feeling you? Because
Okay, let's
hold on,
omit
hold on, no,
feel,
no,
so
hold
we
on.
don't get
The reason
stuck
why
on
I'm
that
asking
word.
you,
Okay.
the reason why I'm asking you is I have tons of pictures of our former co-hosts
Yep.
with the same lean everything.
But here's the difference.
Hold on.
Yes.
And that person is also a male, all right? And we have a working relationship, and it's the same exact type of picture.
But here's the disrespect.
Okay, if it's the same exact pose, Mika, so now we are back to square one. Why are you, as a married woman, posing like this with married men and then acting like you don't know how suggestive that pose is? Why is she acting like she has no idea what this gives off?
Here's the disrespect. This is
Orlando said, Orlando said, here's the disrespect. Since she seems to not know that this picture is disrespectful to her husband, Orlando was like, here's the disrespect.
And that you are physically leaning into.
I'm not leaning into.
That to me.
I'm not leaning into.
To me,
picture back up.
and here's my perspective of it.
Why is Mika talking about I'm not leaning into him? I am not leaning into him. What is this? Like, and where exactly is Anton's hand? I see her two hands. They want us to believe. They want us to believe, you guys, that Anton Daniels, the same man who has said multiple times on his channel, if he working with a woman, he is absolutely sexually attracted to her. That's what this man said. Anton Daniels has said he doesn't have a problem. He said he keep a roster of women. This is what this conservative Christian man, married man, said. She wants us to believe that Anton Daniels never flirted with her off camera. Anton Daniels is a black man. We all know black men love them some thick women, and they love that bottom. Looking at this picture, she wants us to believe that Anton Daniels did not make one flirtatious remark to her. Mika, stop.
Okay.
There's a gap between it, but I'm looking at how you have a smile on your face. This is just my perspective. Your eyes look seductive. Just my perspective. And your arm is relaxed on his upper shoulder.
Correct.
And I would never imagine a married woman leaning on a business male partner that way. That to me is inappropriate.
Come on.
If you were my wife,
Okay.
I would have a serious problem. My problem would
Okay.
be so serious, you would have to probably extinguish your contract with him.
Oh, come on, Orlando.
Just because.
Orlando said, let me tell you something. If you were my wife, this is going to be a no-go. If you were my... Why is my son calling me? You guys. 1 second. Hold up, you guys, 1 second. I want to check in with him really, really quick and make sure everything's good. 1 second. Okay, you guys, I'm back. Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. I butt dialed Gary earlier today and forgot. I'm like, Gary never calls me. You guys know teenagers, they never call. So as soon as I got to bring myself back down, because soon as every time I get an actual call from Gary, my heart, you know how it is with your kids. My heart just beats because that's so unusual for him to call me. Okay, let's get back on here. Yes, you guys, be sure to hit the like button as you come in, and be sure to make sure you're subscribed and say hello. Say hello to your girl. Okay, let's go back.
And I will also feel a little uncomfortable that this gentleman obviously did not either push you away or suggest that we shouldn't take this type of picture. I've never met your husband.
Anton doesn't care about taking a seductive picture with MICCA. He wants his crew. He wants his audience. Anton Daniels, to me, is the leader of the dip-its. They now look up to him. He wants to be the new Kevin Samuels, you guys. This is what he's been aiming for. So he absolutely wants his male viewers to see him like, oh, yeah, dang, Anton Daniels pulling women like MICCA? Whoo, she a baddie. He wants to have this image. He doesn't care anything about the fact that he's married. He's a disrespectful little thing. It's disrespectful. So no, Anton Daniels was never going to stop and say, wait a minute, maybe we shouldn't take this inappropriate photo. No, he's like, if MICCA down for it, he down for it. That's Roxy down here, you guys. Show my baby. I can't pick you up right now, Roxy. I'm live, baby.
I fly you out here once or twice. This is this may not be the first time. So which point was this? Not that it matters if it was the third time, the fourth time.
This is the second time.
Oh, goodness. The second time?
This is the second time I'm out there. Not the second time that I'm dealing with Anton.
Okay, so what's the...
But this is your second meeting in person with him. So already you two are all comfortable enough to have this type of photo.
And it doesn't matter to me, but what's that gap between the first time you're there, he takes you to a business meeting at a basketball game, and you guys are sitting on the floor like you are
that we're working
a couple.
together? And it's not like that.
Well, that's not working together.
No, go back to what you just said.
Hold on, is that working together?
No, go back to what you just said.
Which part?
It's not that, no, you said a couple.
Well, pick one.
No, you said sitting on the floor like you are a couple.
Yeah, listen, I'm not...
But you're
MICCA.
no?
MICCA is so disingenuous, you guys. MICCA knows darn well what that looks like. She knows darn well the optics of her sitting courtside with Anton Daniels. She knows darn well what that looks like when she's all posing, taking photos like this. The fact, see, it's really hard. See, this guy's good. I could not, this is why I can't interview people. Because my face just says everything. I speak with my face all the time. I don't even have to say words. I just speak with my face. And I would have been looking at MICCA like, stop. But he's good. Me, I don't like when people talk to me. This is the reason why I would have had a really difficult time interviewing her, because I don't like when people talk to me as if I'm dumb. All throughout this interview, she is talking to this man as if he and we, the audience, are dumb.
No, you're interjecting your own thoughts, especially.
I'm giving you my perspective.
But your perspective is after I told you. So to put something else there.
Okay, I see. That's fair. Okay, so but
on it.
I think that's a fair point. I don't want to spin it. What I want to say is messaging, imagery is critical because imagery is messaging.
Correct.
And a lot of times on a jumbotron at a game, we often see couples, whether you're high up or you're on the floor. A lot of times when people are on the floor, you see.
Do you sit at the game?
Do I sit at the game?
Correct.
Yes.
Do you sit at the game on the floor?
I have.
No. Do you all the time?
No.
Okay. All right. So who have you met at these games on the floor?
This is my show, not yours. I'm not answering.
Oh, come on. Come on, Orlando. Put her back. Put her back. Sweet dear, sweetheart. You are the guest on my show. I am asking the questions here. Don't do it.
On your show, then we can get into that.
Yeah, when we get on your show, then you can pose the questions, ma'am.
However,
I'm
but
not answering
the
any
reason
questions.
I asked you
Sure.
is to give perspective, right?
Yes.
Because what I found, okay, because I'm usually in the skybox.
Yes.
When I'm here in DC, I'm in my box. I don't
Yes.
like to be down on the floor. That's not my thing.
Sure.
On the floor, there are family members there. They are some of those people. A lot of them are like business seats.
Yep.
So anybody from these law firms, offices, are down there on the floor.
Yep.
That I've never known who sits down on the floor because I don't care and I don't sit there, right? But by being there, I found out who was actually down there, family members, business partners, all of that. That's who I met.
Listen,
So hold on.
Yes.
So again, I'm
Bring it
not
back. What are we talking about?
disputing
Sure.
your perspective as far as people that
The
don't
image,
know.
yeah.
Right? That's fair. But when you are in that world and you are in the know, and you know more than just the I would say the popular culture of
Sure.
who might sit down there, right? Because you might see your favorite rapper, things like that. But all those people that are sitting beside the rapper, you absolutely don't know why they're there.
But two married people shouldn't be sitting together without their spouses.
No. Now, see, and here we are again with you going back to something that's not, because you are essentially saying that I cannot do any business dealings with somebody that is in business because that person is married.
That's not what he said. Please, Orlando, bring her back. Bring her back. You are sitting courtside with a married man. It looks very intimate. We are all just trying to figure out why you are there. Then when she is asked, why are you there? She goes on and on about business meetings and business dealings and things happening outside of office spaces. But this was Anton Daniel's business meeting, not hers. So again, we're asking, why were you there? Do you guys see how she just goes on and on and on and saying a bunch of nothing?
No, what I'm saying is somebody who's never met your husband.
Because if I go out with you or anybody
and
else,
I met your husband.
Okay, but
the former host has met your husband.
But we've already talked about that.
Yep.
But what I'm saying is, you're saying because you don't know when you're looking at that picture. You don't know if you met him or not.
I know he
No,
hasn't
no, no,
met
no,
your
no,
husband. When I
because I
looked
just-
at that, no, when I looked at that picture, let me, and maybe because I have inside knowledge.
Yeah, that's why.
That's why.
So my point
Yes.
is, you don't know.
But it does, I don't have to know
So
to
what
know
I'm
that that's
saying-
inappropriate. Let me say this, and maybe you just don't see it. You can't see how this could be.
Is it possible that MICCA doesn't see it because in her relationship with her husband, their dynamic is one where this is okay? Because clearly it was okay with her husband for her to fly off and go have an interview with Anton Daniels. So maybe it is okay in their dynamic, in their relationship, for her to then go and be courtside at a basketball game with Anton Daniels. Again, because as I told you guys before, her husband knows what she's on. Her husband knows that she's trying to come up. Her and her husband probably had a conversation like, you know what? I'm about to go to Detroit. I'm about to finesse this dude. I'm about to let this dude help me grow my platform. I am going to flirt. I am going to twerk. I am going to do whatever I need to do to grow my platform. Her husband already knew this. So I believe her when she says that her husband didn't have a problem with her flying to Detroit to go to this interview with Anton Daniels, that her husband knew that she was going to the basketball game. She probably did call him and was like, okay, yeah, well, now we're about to head over to the basketball game. And again, I believe her husband was absolutely okay with it because he knows that she's a clout chaser. He knows what she's on. He knows what time she's on. So he wasn't shocked by any of this. I think maybe now the husband may have an issue with it only because now it has just gone viral and it now makes him look bad. Like, what husband would allow his woman to just be traveling like that? Going out to meet some new man she don't know nothing about. Then going to a basketball game and hanging out at a basketball game. Now the husband may be embarrassed by all of this. But I think at the time that it was happening, I don't think he mind at all. Because he's like, she doing what she do. She trying to grow. She trying to get Anton Daniels to put her on.
Construed
That's not
as
what I said.
Okay,
'Cause
do
we
you
talked.
see,
We just talked.
okay, so do you see
we just
this as
talked
being
about.
inappropriate?
We just talked about what it can look like imagery wise.
So let me ask you, forget the imagery. Is this inappropriate to you?
From my perspective, it wasn't because that's not what I was doing. But I told.
Didn't I tell you guys? She said in her perspective, it was not inappropriate. Why isn't that inappropriate? Because in her relationship with her husband, they can do this. She can do this. He knows that this is what MICCA does. He knows who he's married to, so it's not inappropriate to her because in her relationship, their dynamic, that's not inappropriate.
Told you,
Yeah.
I can understand why people might have thought that, but I literally did not have anything going on or anything, like there's nothing inappropriate going on. So me just leaning.
It doesn't matter if there is or is not something inappropriate going on. He's asking you, do you think this image, do you think this photo is inappropriate?
Didn't seem like an issue to me.
Okay, so here's some hard
Okay.
questions I really, really need to ask you. First one is, it may not be as hard, but here it is. Are you going to continue working with Anton?
Well, I do not. Well, I have not been on after hours since the whole incident happened.
That's not answering my question.
I'm not finished.
Okay.
So I haven't been on after hours since the incident happened. And I felt that, there were a lot of things that I did not like about everything that went on. So with that, I decided to pull away from the show. So no, I am not.
Is that a
That's a
permanent
no,
termination?
I am not.
Permanent termination?
Yes. I was only doing one show.
Okay, so you're no longer a part of it. Here's another very challenging question, but I have to ask you. I just have to ask you.
Please, Orlando, just ask her. So thus far, she has said no, she's no longer working with Anton Daniels, because you guys, just in case you didn't see the other videos I uploaded about this, she then went on after these interviews. She then became a regular. Anton Daniels has, I don't know if there's more than 3, but 3 to my knowledge for sure. The Millionaire Morning Show, the Anton Daniels Show, these are all different YouTube channels, and then After Hours. After Hours, he renamed it recently to Room 9. It's a panel of all these different people, men and women. And MICCA used to always be on this panel in the upper left corner. So when he asked MICCA, are you still working with Anton? He's referring to this After Hours panel, or now Room 9 YouTube channel, where she was always on this panel. And so now she's saying she no longer works with Anton. Why, MICCA? Why aren't you working with him anymore?
Have you and Anton ever had sex?
No.
Any?
Hold on. No.
Okay. Any?
She answered that one directly, didn't she? So she answered that one with a quick no. All this time, every time he asked her a question, she is going around and round and round the mulberry bush. But she answered that one quick. Maybe she needed that out there for her husband.
Sexual relations?
No. It's always been strictly professional.
Lies.
And you could be professionally sexual.
Oh, I would know.
Well, that's
so
what I'm
again,
saying. Yeah.
It's always been strictly professional. Strictly professional. Like I said, Anton has a persona online.
Okay.
I get his persona online, but personally, Anton hasn't done that to me.
Where is she getting this word? Personably. What? Stop it. You mean personally?
Okay. What happened between him and Corey Holcomb? Because the 5150 show, from what we all saw, you were there with Anton.
2 crackhead dudes trying to take it outside. Let's take it outside. And nobody went outside.
Correct?
Mm-hmm.
We didn't see you, but clearly Corey said your name. And I even saw a video that he said MICCA can come and do the show. She could come here. I would love for her to come.
Oh, that was later when he responded.
What happened that was not visible to the public that you can share? Like, we saw a lot, but was there anything behind the scenes? Were the guys agitated initially? I remember, I think I saw something where you said that it was actually on your own show. You said, hey, Corey shook my hand. I met him and he knew I was there. What happened?
Oh, this girl. I used to know a girl. She didn't look exactly like MICCA, but she was just a really pretty girl. And in high school. And I used to think she was so pretty. And she wanted to be my friend. And I used to just be like, oh my God, you are so pretty, but you are so annoying. She used to talk like MICCA, just talk in circles, all this talk, but not really talking about anything. Just talking and not really saying anything. It was so difficult to talk to her. And I used to just look at her and I wanted to tell her all the time, just be quiet. Just you're so pretty. Just close your mouth. Just close your mouth. Stop talking.
Okay, so we got to the studio, and
Let's back up a little.
okay,
Again, here's another invitation, correct? It's another invitation from Anton. An invitation.
no, well, no,
Corey, did Corey invite you?
no. So this is how this rolled out.
Sure.
So Anton decided to put together a podcast tour that he was going to do, and that he's still on, actually, that he was going to go to different locations.
I did see that Tasha K recently interviewed Anton, but I believe it's behind a paywall. So he's been with Tasha K as well. They're just making their rounds, you guys.
Cool. I am the only person on Anton's program that is an actual content creator.
Yes, you guys, be sure to like the video, say hello, and subscribe.
Not a panelist, not a guest. I'm an actual content creator. So,
Why are you the only one?
Because I'm the only one that wants to do content outside of Anton.
Are you the only beautiful one on his team?
That's subjective.
I
But there's other
did-
pretty women there. But whatever you think, that's what you think. But there's other
Do
women on
you
the
think
team.
you look better than his wife?
No, I'm not going to answer that question because that's just
No, I mean,
ridiculous.
again, these are things that were sent.
She said, I'm not going to answer that question because that's disrespectful. We all know, Mika, that you think that you are prettier than his wife. We know, we get it.
To me, people
No,
have said, "Can you please ask her how she feels?"
Why would I answer that? Why would I subject another woman to answering something that is absolutely insane?
But
to answer?
Fair enough. Go ahead.
And it's disrespectful.
And that picture was.
Disrespectful? Now I can't. Oh my God. Now she want to be worried about disrespect. This girl been traveling around the country with this woman's husband. Rita. Rita is Anton Daniels' wife. MICCA has been traveling all around the country with this woman's husband. She out here posing all like this, all on his chest, his hand around her snatched waist. You all know what Anton did after he got through putting his hand around her waist. You know how men do. They'll drag the hand, act like it's a oopsie, and they'll drag the hand across that big old badunkadunk. But now she talking about it's disrespectful to Anton Daniels' wife, Rita, to say whether or not she thinks she's prettier than Rita. Now she worried about disrespect. MICCA, you've got to stop yourself.
Disrespectful.
But she was there.
She was there at the second one.
Yes.
That second picture.
Yes.
Did she take the picture of you leaning on her husband?
I sent you the video. Why play that?
I'll show that video when she was sitting on his lap.
And what were we doing in the video?
I think I saw you in the back, and maybe y'all were doing a show or something.
Yeah, we were doing it after hours.
I don't care what you guys say. I don't care what you guys say. Let me. One second, you guys. I gotta tell somebody I'm live. They keep calling me. I don't care what you guys say. In my opinion, this wife of Anton Daniels is fluid. This wife is fluid. I don't care what you guys say.
So
This is the wife, you guys, just in case you guys have never seen Anton Daniels' wife. This is her in the red.
Come on over and sit down.
Now,
But I think
hold on.
you're using
Now you would
that,
no.
that isolated.
No, that's not isolated. That was the entire day. So
No, I mean isolated your history
No.
with him.
no.
Okay.
That the only one that she has that she wasn't at was the first one at the game. Outside of that, Rita is there. Now, I'm not in charge of her schedule. I don't
And
know
that's even scarier.
She's there most of the time, which
Well,
is
I just think it's scarier if a
99.99% of the
wife,
time.
but I don't know her. I haven't spoken with her.
She does a lot of the business dealing. She does the emails. She does the scheduling, because she actually scheduled my flight.
Sure.
She does those. So Anton is not the person that actually does it. He has an assistant, but a lot of the times his wife does it.
Yeah. And you do have husband-wife business partners. Yeah.
Tons of them.
Yeah. And sometimes those individuals, wife or
Hi, Joyous. Yes, you guys, be sure to say hi as you guys come in. Hello, hello, hello. Be sure to say hi and hit the like button.
husband can be accepting of different arrangements.
Okay, but what does that have to do with me? My arrangement is business and personal.
Right, that's what I mean.
Personal.
That's what I mean, that arrangement, yeah.
So no, it's not an arrangement. It's an actual business.
No, it's an arrangement
No, words
by,
matter.
Now words matter. Now she wants to be so particular and check him every time he says anything dealing with Anton Daniels, and he says anything other than business, she has to always check him.
a contract.
Words matter.
Yeah.
And the
I'm very-
concept.
Words matter and images matter and photos matter too, ma'am.
Fastidious when it comes
yeah,
to
I know,
words.
and and you're also a fast talker. So I pick up on it.
I'm not
And
that
so
fast.
You fast, but you fast, but you know, I listen.
Sure.
However, no, she does a lot of the bookings, so she knows who's coming in and out and things like that. But like I said, that last one that we were just talking about, she was there the entire time. That's why in the video I sent you, she just came on in. She had been sitting there the entire day.
Okay, going back to Corey. So you were there, you arrived, and the show starts.
No.
Well, let's skip past everything else and just get to the crux of it.
Okay.
What do you think really set off either Corey or Anton
At what part?
at any part? You were there, so you may have witnessed or have seen characteristics that could have been combustible
I
and
think
sort
both
of
of them.
inflamed them.
I think both of them set each other off, because you have two men that are good at what they do, two men that are trying to get their point of view across as what is the best view,
Sure.
and they don't not only not agree on political things, they don't agree on certain values.
But what's the issue? Because it
So
seems like
they're-
Corey doesn't like that Anton allegedly espouses white America's thinking, or he minimizes black people, or his role as
That's all Anton does. That he's a rage baiter. That's all he does. He can be conservative. He can be Christian. He can be a Republican. But he intentionally, you guys know this is how I first came across Anton Daniels long time ago. Uh-oh, baby. Because that's all he does. And the reason why I was brought to his attention is because all he does and loves to do is make a mockery of black women. This is the same dude who was like, basically, that's what all of these black women who went and got these government jobs and then later got laid off, was at the beginning of last year. He made so many videos, you guys, making a mockery out of black women. He is a mess.
as a conservative prowess, if you will, seems to demean and diminish the light of black Americans. And Corey is perturbed and turned off by that. And Corey, therefore, or maybe
Both of these men, Corey and Anton Daniels, all they do is disrespect women. They don't like women. I'm sorry, you guys, they do not like women.
Anton Corey said something about sucking, male parts or something. And I think what actually happened?
No. Anton Daniels called Corey a D sucker, and that's when Corey Holcomb lost his stuff.
Remember who said what?
So
I think Corey said kissing white people
kissing white people's
behind. Yeah.
And then Anton said, "Well, you sucked of black people."
Yes.
The D's.
And he just didn't like the sucking comment.
Yeah. Now I was disturbed that honestly Corey was that upset. I mean, I get the respectability component.
I thought it was just a bat because you just said, I kiss somebody's butt, so I'm just upping this one. Well, you do this to black people, and a lot of people, use that.
Yeah, but in the urban black community, you can't say to another man, suck something. But I also think Anton had a right to say what he said about you can't tell me that I'm kissing somebody's behind.
Correct, and you can't tell somebody how they feel about the disrespectful comment.
That's correct.
Some people may not feel that, saying you kiss white man's, but if you feel the way Corey feels, then maybe you don't, because you think it's appropriate.
I think Anton handled that so respectfully.
I thought the exchange, was warranted how both of them went, but I didn't think it needed to be elevated to where.
And I say respectfully in the sense that Anton didn't allow it to get physical, because I thought Corey was
Anton was not going to allow anything to get physical. Neither of them were. They were just talking mess. Neither one of them had any intentions on taking it outside.
It's about to dog him. When if Anton has said one more time what Corey told him not to say, for some reason I thought, wow, he may punch him. But then I was disappointed to see two black men.
I didn't like it.
I didn't like it either.
I didn't like it. One, because
I loved it. I absolutely loved it. All these two black men do is disrespect black women. So if they want to fight somebody, why won't they go and fight each other?
There were myself and Darlene and other females in the studio.
Yeah.
So I didn't like that. Especially with men, I think you should be able to handle things cordially.
Why did Corey call you a bitch?
I don't know why he called me one, honestly.
Because he saw you as a side piece.
Are you going on the show? Will you go?
Am I going on on his show? No, not to my knowledge.
But I think.
Trust me, you guys. Trust me when you hear me say this. If Corey Holcomb were to call MICCA, I personally think that he should just do it just for its and grins. If Corey Holcomb were to call MICCA today and invite her onto the 5150 show, guess who would be there today? Miss MICCA.
Publicly, he said MICCA could come.
Even when she made her response to him calling her a B, Corey Holcomb, when he said, take that B out of here with you. Even when MICCA made her response, she was just like, I don't have any problems with Corey Holcomb. I don't have any problems. I had a good outlook on going to the show. Why? Because she's a clout chaser. She don't care nothing about Corey Holcomb calling her a B.
If Corey invited you to 5051, will you show up?
Probably not.
Lies. She is a liar. She is a liar. She is. I'm sorry. She is a liar.
I say that is the same way. I can accept an apology. I can accept somebody saying a wrongdoing. I accept people make mistakes, and I'm not putting that above anything. But I understand what that show is now, and so I don't think I fit the audience too much.
MICCA is such a liar. When she came on and responded to Corey Holcomb calling her a B, she said on her podcast that she has always been a fan of Corey Holcomb and the 5150 show, which says what? She's been watching and following his show. So now she's saying, now that I know what his show is about, no, I wouldn't want to go on there. MICCA, do you know that all of this stuff is always kept online, everything you say?
I would provide any value.
What is it that you want?
So
people
why
to
did you
walk
go?
away with?
Why did you go with Anton if you didn't think that you could provide any value? Why were you there? According to her, she said that she went because she was told that she was going to be able to get on to the 5150 show. Who told her this? Everyone believes Anton did, because all of Corey Holcomb and Corey Holcomb himself and his team, they've said they didn't tell MICCA that she was going to go on the 5150 show that day. So who's the only person left? Anton Daniels. Who's the person who invited her? Anton Daniels. She wanted to go on the show, you guys. She wanted to get on the 5150 show.
Today, what truth do you want people to walk away with, and what more do you want to say about all of what we discussed today? Anton, Corey, your business relationship, your husband. We've touched on so many categories. So let's start with the first one. What truth do you want people to walk away with?
What do you want us to know?
Not what truth. There's only the truth.
Sure.
No, sweetie. There's your truth. We already know that all you do is lie. So he's giving you an opportunity to speak your truth.
Really, honestly, is that there are lessons. There are...
Oh, this is good. I love lessons. What's the lesson that you extracted from this experience? Because
Come
your
on.
life was speaking to you. Do you understand that?
I learned a valuable lesson. Outside of your wordsmithing.
Well,
No, your wordsmithing.
Outside of your wordsmithing, I do think it is important for your spouse to meet everybody, right?
thank God
Just-
we made progress.
Oh no, I wasn't ever not agreeing with you.
Sure.
I just still wanted you to understand that there wasn't anything nefarious there.
Yeah. On whose part?
On
Yours, because you can't
Because
speak
that's
for
all you
anyone
can
else.
speak on.
Correct.
Is yours.
But so I didn't want that to be misconstrued in what you were
Misconstrued.
asking.
Sure.
But I do think it's important because, if and not that he would even be online talk, because he's not going to do that.
Sure.
But
What did you learn?
just to be able
How
to.
about you learn that it's not a good idea to be traveling around the country with a married man, and you're married, alone, no team to be found? How about you learned that it's probably not a good idea to be posing all like this on a married man? How about you learned that it's probably not a good idea as a married woman to be seated courtside with a man that is not your husband, looking real cozy and comfortable? I mean, that's just a few little quick lessons that I would hope that she gained from this experience. Well, let's see.
To have that sense of, if something like this happens, you understand. Other people can have an understanding that that person definitely knows what's going on, even though he does. Absolutely, I've told him this, that, and third goes on. This is what we're doing. This is the paperwork. This blah 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 blah. Whatever. But when you have somebody, like you or others that are asking questions, I don't have to try to defend something that isn't happening, that absolutely isn't happening. And so,
Do you guys see that because she cannot state what was happening, meaning she was chasing clout, she was willing to do whatever she had to do to chase clout? That's what she was doing. Do you guys see how to just be honest about a thing translates so much better? She wouldn't have had to do all this word salad, mumbo jumbo, talking in circles if she just spoke the truth. I saw Anton as a big YouTube influencer. I want to be that. I wanted to learn a lot from him. I knew that based on how I look, if I could just get in front of him, there was a good chance if he saw me that he would let me in, put me on, and allow me to basically follow up behind him to see if I could get what I could get. Because she knows that sounds so horrible, she doesn't want to say the truth. And so therefore she keeps saying everything but the truth, which then makes it look like, yes, she's trying to defend something and she looks disingenuous. But if she would have just say the truth, I'm a clout chaser. Orlando, I'm a clout chaser. And so I am pretty much willing to do just about any darn thing, married or not, if it means that a man will put me on. That's just what I do, Orlando. This interview would have been done in 15 minutes.
I think the best way to put it is not having to make something a thing when it's not a thing. And not having to have things appear a way. Because I can tell you in each one of those pictures, that's literally just chilling
And
the entire time.
And most importantly, if I can impose, most importantly, making your family a priority, making your husband
my family is definitely a priority.
Well, again, we're talking about imagery. The public doesn't know behind the scenes. You're a public figure. You do a show, I do a show, you put things out there, and you have to be responsible for the images that you put out, but also the images that you are participating in, and be a very conscious, clear, and very divine woman who walks with the knowledge of knowing that any man that you deal with as a married woman should meet your husband if it's a contractual ongoing relationship. It doesn't mean that some new guy starts working at the job, your husband needs to know. No, but if you're doing business and if this person you're opening your life up to, you're flying somewhere, God forbid you could have flown somewhere and that would have been your last flight.
Well, I mean, that can happen regardless whether my husband meets somebody or not.
Yeah, but it's critical to have your husband an integral part of your decisions when you're out here making them.
And he's still, and my husband's very much a part of my decisions because again, I don't move, and that's I have to explain to my husband where I'm going. I don't get to just get up and go.
Yeah.
Right, and so that's always there. But
I think she was being intentional. I think she's always been intentional. MICCA is this type of woman who knows what she wants, and she will do whatever she has to do to get what she wants. Period. The end.
What I'm talking about, one, the public wouldn't even know whether I did or didn't.
Yeah.
So me giving you this interview and telling you that it's something that the public would never even know.
Yeah. But let's remove the public thinking for a second and just perhaps think about maybe how your husband felt. I'm not going to speculate
how.
Well, let me ask you this: do you think all the images plastered all over social media,
I'm not gonna
he
do that
felt
either.
good?
I'm not going to do that either.
You're not going to do.
Okay, so I told you guys she did an interview with Tasha K as well. Again, it's behind a paywall. It's on TashaK.com. I'm not subscribed to Tasha K's website, so I don't have the inside scoop. But people who have Tasha K's subscription, Tasha K asked some really good, juicy questions too. And Tasha K was looking through, I guess, her Instagram as she was interviewing her. And Tasha K was like, why are there no photos of you and your husband? And she was like, I'm just a private person like that. I don't want my husband all out here on social media. And Tasha K didn't say these words, but she was basically like implying, like, you, as MICCA said several times in this interview, that this is just how she posed with different men. Anton Daniels and the way she was posing with Anton Daniels was no different. This is just kind of how she poses with men. Tasha K was asking her, well, where are all the photos of you and your husband? And she was like, oh, we're just very private. I like to keep him out of the limelight. I don't want, him on my social media, this and the other. And Tasha K didn't say this, but she was basically implying like the imagery of it all on your good social media, you don't look like a married woman. Posing with all these different men, the ways that you posing with these men, very seductive, very friendly, very comfy. But there's no photos of you and your husband. This looks like you look like a single woman. And the reason why I believe she's very deliberate. She's very intentional. She knows exactly what she's doing. She doesn't want people to know, and she definitely don't want men to know that she's married, because women know that the more you can make men think that you're single, the more men are attracted to you. The more men are willing to do for you when they believe that you are single. MICCA is well aware that she intentionally, deliberately omits photos of her and her husband because she doesn't want the public to know that she's married. As a matter of fact, it's only in these recent weeks that we knew she was married, that it came out of her mouth. Like, that's how much she was trying to keep this hush hush. And I believe the only reason she's really like saying it now and vocalizing it and expressing, yes, I'm married, I have a husband, is because this all went viral of her being Anton Daniels' side chick. So maybe now the husband is like, you need to let the people know that you are married. Because before, you guys, she was not flaunting this ring and my man, and I'm married. She was not doing any of this. This is very recent that she's talking about her man.
Do what?
I'm not going to say what my husband felt like. My husband's
Did you and your husband have a conversation?
Figure, so I'm not going to.
Right, I'm right, but I'm just saying, did you and your husband have a conversation about what he was exposed to? He sees images on social media.
Oh, you mean,
talk.
okay, so are you talking about this incident?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, now go ahead and answer the question.
So what I'm saying is, when your husband sees these images, what I'm saying is, it's not important what the public sees or thinks, but it's perhaps what your husband and your family feel when they open up YouTube.
So those pictures have been sitting there for a year.
Well, not just those pictures. I'm just saying the most recent thing when you went with Anton to Corey's show, and things was just, there was a recent conversation about you being the side chick. So
so that's what you're talking about. Because the images are not.
But those images corroborated. But those images corroborated a narrative that people wanted to put out there.
Thank you. The images, along with Corey Holcomb calling her the side chick, Then when people went back and start researching who is MICCA, and then all these images, although they were a year ago, as she said, they match up to the narrative. Oh, well, yeah, that makes sense. That yeah, this is MICCA. MICCA is the side chick. Look at all these photos with MICCA and Anton.
And to use.
Well, they have. You can, let me phrase it this way. You can use whatever you want to create a narrative, but again, those images have been on my Instagram for over a year.
And that's a beef I had with you. Why is this man on your Instagram and not your husband?
So
Yes, baby. Yes. Don't get tongue-tied now. Hey, Ash. Yes, you guys, be sure to say hi as you guys come in, and make sure you hit the thumbs up button, hit the like button, and make sure that you're subscribed. Yes, let's go here. Come on now.
I want to put that in
Okay.
because
But do you
now
understand?
that pulled me to pulling his mindset in, and he's
What?
not sitting here talking.
Wait,
that's
wait,
fair.
wait a minute. I missed something.
But no other males. So these just corroborated a narrative that people wanted to put out there.
That they wanted,
had something to use.
Well, they have. You can, let me phrase it this way. You can use whatever you want to create a narrative, but again, those images have been on my Instagram for over a year.
And that's a beef I had with you. Why is this man on your Instagram and not your husband?
So I don't want to put that in
Okay.
because
But do you
now
understand?
that pulled me to pulling his mindset in, and he's not sitting here talking.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
But no other males. So
What? What just happened? What just happened? He simply said, "Why aren't there images of your husband on your Instagram instead of you and Anton?" And she just What just happened? What does that mean? I don't speak sign language. What
So
is
these are the takeaways. No males on your Instagram.
I wasn't finished. So,
Okay.
we have the lessons,
Yes.
and we have.
and it almost looked like she was getting
So what was the
emotional.
first
What
one,
what
second? You
what
said you got
what
one.
happened?
Oh, just being so. What the takeaways are: first, lessons.
Oh, she's so exhausted.
Understanding that even though this is all business,
Mika is glad that she is pretty. I'm serious. I'm serious, you guys. I'm just going to be transparent. There's no way I could have watched this interview. There's no way I would have watched this interview all the way through if Mika was a 2.
this is above board. The public may perceive something a certain way, and you just have to be aware of how they may perceive it, even if it's not that.
Correct.
So not to give the public something to make a thing when it's not a thing, and having to defend a lie, because now when people ask me a question about that situation, it's to defend something that absolutely never happened,
Yeah.
and you cannot defend a lie.
What's the next takeaway?
Okay.
The next
Okay.
takeaway is just to just to make sure that it's everything is contractual, right? So even though if me and you are, my manager, just to make sure everything is contractual, even with the third party.
Next takeaway. If there's a next, I don't want to just line them up for you.
No. Opposite of that, it's just honestly, I think just overall, just to make sure that you're just not giving people things that they think are going on, not to let stuff linger, because I'm a very private person.
That's the Pisces in us.
Yeah, I'm a very private person, and again, I'm not doing anything nefarious. And so sometimes when I hear things, I'll say, okay, well, people are gonna just talk. I don't give life to it because it's not true.
Do you like a little bit of the attention?
I've always got attention.
No, that's not what I'm asking.
No, I've
No,
always got.
that's
No,
not
no,
what
no.
I'm asking.
No.
No.
I've always got.
You can't modify my question. This is called perspective. It's my
and this- and
perspective.
this is
Yeah.
my
Did you like the attention and all of the hoopla that was going on that you got and you received from this Anton Daniels, Corey Holcomb nonsense? And we all know the answer. The answer to that is hell yes. She loves attention. She loves attention. Anything she says after this, I promise you, is going to be a lie. She's not going to say the truth. Yes, I loved all of the attention.
perspective
Question.
of your answer.
Okay, but this what I had to go through being her executive producer, y'all. This what I had to go through.
So the attention from the negative stuff, absolutely
No, do you
not.
like attention from men?
No.
Okay.
Lies.
I like attention to what I'm doing.
Are you happily married?
I'm definitely happy.
Are you bored in your marriage?
MICCA knows darn well, probably all her adult life, she has used her looks to get what she wants. She knows darn well that she can use her looks to finesse men to get out of them and get them to do what she wants them to do. She knows this. Stop it, MICCA.
Marriage.
No.
Okay. Just people. You wanted me to ask the questions.
He said, "Are you happily married?"
No.
No,
Listen.
let's call it. Let's call it thing a
okay.
thing. They want you to be messy. They want you to hold on. This is the internet. They want
Yep.
you to be messy. They want you to be all in my business, and they want you to get something out of me that isn't there. I don't have a
think that's fair.
problem. I don't have a problem in my marriage. Most of y'all didn't even know I was married because
because you never told us.
And two, outside of entertainment, just like your girl Beyonce, it's none of your damn business.
Yeah, she keeps it tight sealed.
What try to, at least before the elevator.
Yeah.
But my point is the general public.
See, MICCA didn't know who she was messing around with Anton Daniels. She's going on about how she's a private person. She doesn't want all her business out there. Her husband is private. He's not on social media. She doesn't want you guys all in her business. She has related herself to Beyonce. Okay, MICCA, but what she did not know is that dealing with an Anton Daniels who wants everybody to know his business. Anton Daniels wants all these men to think that he's a player. He keeps nothing but a roster of 5 baddies around him at all times. This is what Anton Daniels has said. So her saying that she leads a very private life and she doesn't want you guys all in her business. Okay, cool. Well, then why did you link up and hook up with that Anton Daniels, who is a boisterous, obnoxious, flamboyant little troll? She knew exactly who Anton Daniels was. She said she had been following Anton Daniels for a very long time. She knows how obnoxious this man is. So she's like, I'm just a very private person. I really didn't want you guys all in my business like this. She is lying. This is why she's riding the wave and going on all these different podcasts telling her story. Tasha K, a person who wants to be private, they don't go on Tasha K. Stop it, MICCA.
Is only with anybody that's in the public. It's only preview to what you let them know. Now, a lot of them want to dig. A lot of them want to, find something salacious, this and that. that's fine because people like drama. But
Well, do you think it
I'm
was
learning-
embarrassing to your husband?
to do what?
No, not to do anything. Do you think the
headlines?
the
The
memes,
optics.
the headlines?
Yeah.
Okay,
It
so
was
you
it was
agree that
embarrassing to me because it wasn't true.
Yeah. Did he express to you how he felt?
Absolutely.
Yeah. What,
Absolutely. And again, it was
The social media streets, you guys, did what they do best. They researched this girl's husband and apparently, allegedly, because everybody's like, they want to now know who is this husband who lets his wife run amok like this? Who is his husband, her husband, who is okay with her running up and down these streets with the likes of Anton Daniels? Who is this husband? So the social media streets, you guys, did the research, and apparently, allegedly, he is a police officer. Allegedly. I don't know these people. I don't know these people. They say he's in law enforcement.
what did he
embarrassing
say
to me
how
because
he
it
felt?
wasn't true.
What did he say
I mean,
about how he felt?
He didn't like it, and I didn't like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And
And is
I
that
didn't
the
like
reason
it.
why you walked away from the show with Anton?
No.
What was that reason? We're going to close this out. What was that reason why
That's
you
a good
walked
question
away?
to close out on Orlando. That is a good question. She says she doesn't work with Anton Daniels anymore. Let's close out with this. Why?
No, the reason why I chose to walk away is one, it wasn't true, but I don't need.
What was it true? The side piece, side chick?
Yes.
Okay.
The headline wasn't true. It was, and Corey said this out his own mouth. I was just trying to get at he called him the N-word.
Sure.
And I understood it. I was the person caught in between, the casualty, whatever. But when somebody of that caliber says something and the general public doesn't know much about you, they can create all types of narratives.
Yep.
And so because they don't know much about me and they know Anton, he can get up on a platform and say, well, this is what it is and so on and so on.
You only say this girl is cringe. Yes. Oh, I'm telling you guys, I couldn't have watched her if she was unattractive. The only reason I'm hanging in here is because she is so pretty. Oh, God.
When Anton spoke the next day,
Okay.
which was fine because it had just happened.
Okay.
But when he spoke the next day, he was, so hype and boisterous from, what was happening with him that he didn't properly address
Yeah.
what had happened to me. And being that I wasn't on camera, I didn't have a voice. And so I depended on the person that I trust to be my voice.
Advocate. Yep.
And also being that you are on a big platform, everybody, for the most part knows Anton. So when you go to, it's either you don't speak about it or you speak about it. And when he went to speak about it, he didn't advocate. He only still boistered towards whatever Corey had to say. And I get the boistering, but my advocation should have been first.
How did you inform him?
Do you see how long we had to wait to get to somewhat of an answer? Why are you no longer working with Anton Daniels? She's saying that when Anton Daniels responded to the Corey Holcomb incident, that he didn't advocate for her. He basically didn't defend her honor, I think is what she's saying. Because it had just happened, the Corey Holcomb and Anton Daniels, let's take it outside, we're gonna go outside, we're gonna beat each other up, we're gonna fight. And then I told you guys afterwards, Anton Daniels just went on like a week tour every day, multiple times a day, going live, talking this big tall trash to Corey Holcomb. He flat out said, if we wouldn't have went outside, he said, I would have whooped Corey's ass. He was talking tall trash. She's saying that she broke her contract, if you will, her work dealings, if you will, with Anton, because when Anton did come back on his platform, on his channel, and addressed the issue that took place on the 5150 show, he didn't advocate for MICCA. He didn't defend her honor. He didn't say, oh, you know what? And what you not gonna do, Corey Holcomb, is call my side piece. Oh. He didn't say in his response, what you not gonna do, Corey? Okay, but you not gonna. Oh, what you're not going to do, Corey, is talk about my side piece. Now that you're not gonna do, okay? You're not gonna call my side piece a B, and you're not gonna call her out of her name. This is what she's saying, you guys. This is why she doesn't work with Anton anymore, because he didn't defend her honor. Keep in mind, Anton was fighting for his life. Anton came back on his show and responded because he got all this beef now with Corey Holcomb. And like Anton said, he was going to milk that until all the milk in that carton was gone. He said, I'm going to make $1 million off of Corey Holcomb in this incident. That's what Anton said. Anton didn't care nothing about no defending MICCA's honor. And Anton looks at MICCA like just a side chick. What? Anton had his wife and daughter's honor that he had to defend. Because remember, Corey Holcomb came and made a t-shirt with some monkeys and said Anton Daniel and his family. Don't forget, Corey Holcomb had put an image of Anton Daniel's daughter up on his show saying, this is why women don't want to have kids with you, because they don't want them coming out looking like you, looking like this. So Anton had all kind of people's honor that he needed to defend. MICCA was not on the list. But this is how privileged MICCA is, that she thought she was high in the ranking, that Anton should have defended her honor.
You were done with the show.
Well,
you call him or email
Well, again, I had to process it first, because again, I had never been involved in something that's everywhere like that, and on top of that, it's a lie.
Yep.
And so I had to process how I wanted to move forward with that. But I called Anton and I spoke to him like I would do when we have any other business dealings.
Sure.
And I told him how I felt, like I'm telling you right now, about, avocation and things like that. And from that point on, he called, well, I'm gonna see how you doing with it and such and such. But I just came to a point where I know that certain things aren't going to change, because that's his platform, and I wouldn't want somebody to change their platform.
So how did he handle it? Was he just like, okay, if that's your decision, I respect it?
That's exactly what he said.
Okay.
Almost to the T.
Yep.
But he understood because
Yanni said, "Can somebody get her some cheese for the salad?" Yanni, it is hard. Girl, get to the point.
Will you all remain friends? You're not working together. Will you remain in contact, rather?
will we remain cordial?
Will you remain in contact with each other?
No,
Okay.
we never had a relationship where he's just calling me just to call, just like we don't go out and chill just to
Sure.
chill.
So she's no longer, I guess what she's saying is she's no longer going to be on the after hour show, which is now called Room 9. She's no longer going to be on the panel.
But
I
he can
don't-
send you a message on a DM. Like, is he blocked?
No.
So he's
no,
not okay.
No, he's not.
So he still has
he's not-
access. If
he's
he
not
wanted to
blocked.
reach you, he has access.
He's not blocked. He's not blocked.
Yeah.
Because there isn't. I don't have a disdain or something like
Correct.
that for anything that he does. And
You
on
just
top,
ended your contract.
we just ended the business relationship that we had.
Okay.
And I'm not interested in bashing Anton, and I'm not taking away from what Anton did on the side that helped me with my journey, but everything has a season.
Yeah.
And I think just ours have come to an end because at this juncture, I can't trust that you'll advocate for me being I was under your covering at the time. And
Didn't I tell you guys in that interview he had with her, he was saying, Anton was saying, yeah, MICCA, because when you with me, you under my protection. You under my covering. You mine. So I guess he basically showed her what it looks like when you're under his covering. He does not protect you. She thought that he was going to defend her.
that's what.
And I said that also when he made his response after the Corey Holcomb incident. I said, why Anton Daniels could shut all of this down right now and come onto his platform, a very large platform, and just simply say, MICCA and I do not have a sexual relationship. MICCA is not my side chick. He never wanted to just come out and just say that and just clear the air. Why? Because he needs his little fellow minions, these men, to believe he got it like that he can pull women like MICCA.
I have to have in somebody that's a business partner, that's doing my management or bookings, anything.
And he's
I have
never
to
met
know.
your husband.
Well,
I don't want to leave that out. I know you lined up everything else, but we need to always keep that a part of your lineup.
well,
Doing business with anybody, they need, particularly male, they need to meet your husband. Because as men,
I already, that was my first thing. That was in the lesson.
okay, well,
So I addressed that already.
okay, maybe I wasn't just listening as thorough because I
You
wanted
did,
to. I just wanted to.
You did, because you
Okay.
you went on your. See, I listened to you.
Okay.
But that was the first thing I said.
Your husband is my boy. He's
But
a
he has
really
met- he
nice
has
guy,
met-
and I want to
He's
make
met
sure.
everybody, but this is the first person that I've actually.
That makes so much sense. He said her husband is his boy. They're good friends. That makes sense now, the way he was talking to her, because all throughout the interview, he was like, if you were my wife, how do you think that makes your husband feel? Do you think this was inappropriate? What do you think your husband would? And he was really kind of coming at her that it was like, oh, okay, you can tell he's like looking at this from her husband's point of view. Now that makes sense. He says that he and the husband are friends.
Done business with that was strictly out of town.
Okay.
So again, that was a different dynamic. But again, like I said, I learned a lesson from it to either, I don't know, he has to fly, or the person I'm doing business with has to fly, and so they can cordially meet face to
No,
face.
the person needs to fly in to meet your husband.
No, I'm saying if I'm going out, maybe
sure.
he flies. That's what I'm
Sure.
saying.
Okay.
He flies, or the other person can fly in, and
Okay.
then they can cordially meet together in person. But
Okay. Well,
that's where,
Well, I want to thank you for doing this interview. I think you did a fantastic job. I put you under the heat. I pushed back.
That you did do.
You pushed back. You was poised, and I appreciate your posture and wanting to make sure that you gave clarity to what the world
Absolutely.
and everybody else out there either want to believe, wish to believe, but you were here to annihilate all those negative beliefs. And I think you did it with class. So
Thank you.
I want to, again, thank you, and I appreciate you for coming on. Look, everybody has a perspective, and I often say, what's yours? So in order for me to know what...
Okay, you guys. So that was that. That was the end of that interview. If you guys have seen her interview on Tasha K, definitely let me know. She's doing the rounds. She says she's just trying to clear the air. She wants everybody to know that she is not Anton Daniels' side chick. We got it. She talked in circles for an hour and 43 minutes. She never admitted that she's just a clout chaser. She will do, and it's in the clout chaser handbook, that you just do whatever you have to do in order to get ahead. Okay? They don't call it the casting couch for nothing. There are plenty of women out there that if you say they got to get on their knees, they're going to get on their knees. If you say you got to get on your back, she's going to get on her back. She's going to do whatever she has to do to get that role, to grow her platform, to get known, to get put on. Come on, you guys. This is old. This is a old play. But she refused to admit that that's what she was doing with this Anton Daniels. And now it basically went south. And it looks like this man, Orlando, being her friend of her husband, it looks like he was asking some really hard questions. But I don't know. Did you guys hear, there probably was some times that I was just checking out because it's just too much of nothingness being said. But I never heard her say, the lesson that I learned was you shouldn't be going around the country being married with a married man alone. You shouldn't be posing like this, taking seductive pictures and putting out all of this imagery of you with a married man and you're a married woman. If you want to keep your life private and you don't want these good social media people all up and through your business, then maybe you should stay in the background. It's not a good look. I said this immediately when I saw her interview with Anton Daniels, the very first interview. I was like, this is not a good look. The flirtatious energy that was going on between them, you guys. Go back and take a look at some of those, I don't know how many total, but go back and take a look at that interview, that first one where she's in that yellow sweater, and then that second one where afterwards she's posing up on him like this. You guys, the energy between her and Anton was obviously very flirtatious, and they both knew what they were doing. The fact that she continues to just say, but that's not what it was. I was never his side chick. It was nothing inappropriate. There was no flirtation going on. Lies. I think she's only now at the point where she's like, this makes my husband look bad. Or maybe her husband is like, you need to get back out there and take your pretty self back out there and clean this up. Clean it up. Although none of us believe anything MICCA just said on this interview. Like, nobody believes any of this. But I think she's just trying to clear her name at the same time, continue to stay relevant. Because she knows that the minute that this dies down and no longer people are talking about MICCA is the side chick to Anton Daniels, she already knows The minute this dies down, nobody's going to be talking about her. She's going to go back to being irrelevant. So I personally think that she's also doing the rounds, going on all these different podcasts so that she can continue to stay relevant. But you guys let me know. Let me know. As I said, you guys be sure, if you haven't already, hit that like button. Make sure that you are subscribed. And as I said at the top of the video, I am going to go live every Thursday. So make sure that you guys are here. It's definitely going to be Thursday afternoon. Usually I'm going to just say, just turn on your notifications, you guys. But it'll definitely be on Thursday between afternoon and early evening hours that I'm going to go live every single week. I have it in my calendar. I am committed. You guys know how I am. Once I get committed to a thing, it's what it is. And so when we do lives, we may react to videos like this or content like this, or we may just sit back, chit chat, and just enjoy the day and talking and getting caught up. And especially since I'm going to start doing more and incorporating more faceless videos on my regular uploads, this will give you guys an opportunity to actually see me live and in person every Thursday when I do these live streams. So, and then of course you guys leave in the comments if there's something that you want me to react to, something for us to talk about when we do our good live streams on Thursday. But this is a way for me to kind of get reconnected with you guys and see you guys and talk to you guys live. So I will be back next Thursday. So make sure to turn on your notifications. Make sure you are subscribed, and absolutely make sure you hit the like button. And I will see you guys next Thursday. And make sure that you are here for the upload tomorrow as usual every single day at 7 a.m. for the upload. I think tomorrow's video is going to be about my opinion and commentary on Fantasia. The Fantasia and her husband proposing to her, re-proposing to her on stage, and then what her dad had to say about this husband, calling him a manipulator. But it's a pretty good content there. But anyway, that video is scheduled to go up tomorrow. And so I'll see you guys next week. Don't forget to subscribe and leave me a comment. And I'll see you guys next week. Love